Are you all familiar with Ozempic? You know this drug? The one that makes you thin? I'm looking out at you, and some of you are definitely familiar with it. Interesting thing about Ozempic, did you know that it was developed to treat diabetes? So it's what you would call a dual-use technology. As it happens, our software is also dual-use technology. We developed it to ingest enormous amount of financial data and help compliance officers spot possible anomalies that would indicate market abuse or market manipulation. What it can do is read the genome of the world's financial data and expose it for you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Benjamin Levy. I am the Chief Growth Officer for bNext. On stage with me is Christian Blazer, our CTO. We were founded in 1989. We've been in the market for a very, very long time. We have our headquarters are in Germany. I know I sound American. The company is German. We have offices in Lviv, Ukraine, and here in London. And for that time, we've been helping compliance officers dig through this mountain of data that takes in trades and asset classes across markets and news and social media and competitors and employees and all of these things together and make sense of it to keep markets clean. And then they run the data once, analyze it once, take action once, and then they store the data at enormous cost for 10, 11 years, and then they destroy it at enormous cost. With the machine learning and AI tools we have today, that seems like a really big waste of effort. It seems dumb. To solve that, we created a platform we called, very simply, MDFD, Make Data from Data. And what it does is turn the archive data, and by archive I mean from even a minute ago, and turn it into insights you can use. Now, this is a very, very large amount of data, very difficult to get, very difficult to harmonize and normalize, and that's where we start. The first challenge that we face is to find interesting correlations between two instruments. You can go to the next one, Christian, there you go. And do that for a interesting period of time, over time, even if they are in different classes and in different markets. The second stage of what we need to do is expand that. So not do one-to-one correlations, do end-to-end correlations. And that's quite a challenge. The combinatorics of that get really large, very, very fast. So we do that end-to-end, over asset classes, over markets, and we start coming up with data transformed into insights that you should be able to use. The third stage is take out all of those insights and start pulling out interesting things that you can use to build a strategy. So insights that build a strategy that, that you can then use immediately, monitor over time, see how things affect your trading strategies, your risk strategies, your treasure. So the basics, expand, insights. The fourth stage is up to you. That's what you need to do. You already have very, very fancy, highly developed risk, treasury, and investment machines. You need this data to add to that, to give you signals ahead of time, signals that cannot be detected by any human or, by the way, by any traditional system. You need something a little bit better. And plug that into your machine and develop that into something that can be insanely profitable and useful. Now, here is something that might be of interest to you. The data you're seeing on screen is derived from data from 1st January to 30th June of last year. This is not live data. This is not the London Stock Exchange today. And in that time, over 3 months, we found an interesting connection, a very interesting correlation. Two companies that at first glance have nothing to do with each other, Airbus and HelloFresh. Have you all ordered from HelloFresh? It doesn't come by plane. And nevertheless, these two companies were strongly correlated, negatively correlated for 3 months. Now, this is one example out of quite literally quadrillions that you can find. Now, what does it mean that Airbus and HelloFresh were negatively correlated? I don't know, but that's something we should talk about. We are right back there at the end of the hall. Be next. Kristen will be there. I'll be there. Christine will be there. And I leave you with one last thought. If you're not using MDFD, your competitors will. That might be a bad idea. Thank you very much for your time.